Hi everyone, welcome back. I just want to show you today, I am going to show you, and we're going to try this together. So it's the first time for me. I just uploaded a video on my mozzarella. So here's my mozzarella that I have put into a jar with the brine, the salt water. And like I mentioned in the mozzarella video, you want that water to be as salty as the water in the ocean. So that's a good way for you to figure out how much salt to put into your water. But if it does get a little saltier, it's not the end of the world either, because the inside of the mozzarella really doesn't pick up that much salt at all. It's the outside that does pick up the salt. You could always rinse them if you find they're too salty, but a little bit of salt that these things are soaking in is really not going to do that much damage to you, especially if you're going to rinse them. But it is a preservative, so you could actually keep this in the fridge long enough if they last that long, because once you have them, you pretty much want to consume them. Not that you have to consume them, but they're so good, you really don't mind eating them. You could throw them into a salad with some balsamic vinegar and oil, tomatoes, and cucumbers. Just delicious. You could just use it on top of tomatoes. I think I posted a picture on Instagram with my sliced tomatoes and sliced mozzarella balls. And that's delicious to serve if you have people over, or just for yourself to get, to have a nice little fancy snack, I would say. It's just delicious. You could really present your mozzarella in many forms. You could do it on pizza. You could actually grate this like I did. I made a margarita pizza where I sliced it, and I also made a different type of pizza where I took the mozzarella and I grated it, and it grates beautifully. So I'm gonna try. Someone posted, commented on one of my video and asked, have you made mozzarella sticks? And no, I haven't. This is the first time I'm gonna try making them, so I have no idea how they're gonna turn out, but we're gonna do this together. If it turns out great, well, there's another recipe for you guys. So we're gonna just put this aside, and we're going to use, you know what, I'm gonna cut my mozzarella first. So there's my mozzarella balls, if I can get them out. Maybe I should have used a wider mouth jar. Okay, so I am just gonna pop these out. So I'm gonna make 2 of them as a test for now. And my daughter, Erica, also known as Vegan Karma, she's gonna be my guinea pig. And she's gonna try these out for me. So I'm just gonna cut them in somewhat sticks. So I'm just gonna cut them down. I don't know if I can catch this. Okay, I'm gonna cut them down, because my balls aren't like, here's the size of my hand. They're not the biggest buffalo mozzarella balls, but they're not the smallest either. And I like them this way because if I just want to use it as a lunch, I will take one rather than cutting it. So I don't mind the size, and they grate just as easy as if it's a big one. But you can make just one big one if you want. So I'm just going to cut this going down this way. And then I am going to make 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to get 6 sticks. There we go. So again, we're going to go down this way. And we're going to cut it down this way. So we're going to get 6 out of this one too. We will try this out and see how it works out. Okay, so now that these are all cut, you could even cut them smaller if you want to make them a little smaller. Maybe these are too big, but we're going to give it a go anyhow. Okay, so if you've watched any of my breading videos, I'm going to show you what I use. We're going to start off with what I call my egg wash. And my egg wash, I use golden milled flax. I need a little more, I'm going to use it anyhow. Just make a little more if it's extra, oh well. And I'm going to use some miso. And we're just going to use a little bit of miso. About that much. Oh, you could even put a little more. And then I'm going to add water. And this is going to be my egg wash. Now, I tried this out one time just for fun, and you know what? We like it, and this is the way I make my egg wash from now on. You could even add some, here we go. I'm going to put a pinch, just a small pinch of, this is black Indian salt, and it is very eggy. It has very eggy smell to it. So I'm going to put a pinch of that, so it does give us that egg smell. So it's like you're making an egg wash while you're using just salt. So anyhow, I'm going to add some water to it. So now I have the golden flax seeds. I have a little bit of miso. I put a pinch of that eggy salt, and now I'm going to add some water, and I'm just going to let it sit for a few minutes. Now, how much water depends on you. As this sits, it's going to get thicker on you. So if you find it's getting too thick, you want to dilute it a little bit with water, because you don't want it to be like a paste. You want it to be almost like an egg wash. So you're going to have to just play it by ear, and you could do this ahead of time. Okay, so I'm just going to add some more water. Here we go. I'm just going to add a little more water because I don't want it too thick. And this, believe it or not, as it sits, it will thicken up. And if you find that as you're working, it's too thick, but then you just keep adding a little bit of water and bring it back to the consistency that you want. Okay, so as this sits there, I am going to start with my mixture. Okay, here we go. I am going to put a little bit of tapioca. I am so disorganized. At home, when I'm just cooking, I know exactly what I'm doing, so I don't feel so clumsy. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of flour, and this is unbleached flour. You can use any flour you want. And I'm going to use a little bit of tapioca starch. And you know I use this because I have yet to find organic cornstarch. And because they've modified the cornstarch, I don't like using it. So here's my mixture. And it really doesn't matter which one you have more of, because it will do the same thing to your food. Okay, so we're going to put that aside. And now we're going to make a panko mixture. It's going to be panko and breadcrumbs. Now this really depends on you. If you want to add some herbs, you can do that too, or you could just leave it plain, which I am going to do today. I'm just going to leave it plain. I will put a little bit of salt there. Now, I'm not sure if any of you know, you got to keep an eye on your breadcrumbs, because if you buy regular, you're okay with it. But if you buy just any breadcrumbs, you might check, because a lot of, especially the Italian breadcrumbs, they put cheese in it. So try to stick to regular or make your own. Okay, so here's our 3 ingredients. We have our egg mixture, we have our starch flour mixture, and we have our bread and panko mixture. And we're just going to sprinkle just a little bit of salt. And we're going to try these mozzarella sticks. I just want to get some paper. So I'm going to deep fry these. I don't know about putting them in the oven, but for now we're just going to try it this way. So we're going to drop our mozzarella stick into our egg wash. And then we're going to drop it. Oop, I keep shaking you up, huh? Into our starch. We're going to go back into the egg wash. Oop, we're going to get this nice and thick, because if it does melt, we don't want it to go everywhere. And into our egg, and then into our, now we're just going to put this on a dish until we're ready to fry them up. Here we go. Off to the side, and we're going to continue the process. Like I said, we're double dipping only for the reason because if this will melt like mozzarella sticks, we don't want this melting in our fryer. So we're going to put it into the starch, back into the egg wash. Now I'm going to, before I continue all of this, I am going to give these two a test, because if it's a mess in my fryer, I'm not going to continue making the rest. And I'm being honest with you because this is a test. This is a Connie test kitchen today. I don't want to waste it if I don't know what I'm doing. And half the time I'm always testing in this kitchen. Here we go. So now we have two of them. I do have my oil already heating up. I'm not going to bring you over to the stove, but I will tell you to hold on for me because I'm going to dip these two in oil and see what I get before I continue making the rest. Get my paper ready so this way I can just place them onto the tissue after they've been fried, and I don't think these are going to take too long. So here we go. We're testing this out. Oh my God. You ready, guys? Look at this. Look at that. Yee, I'm excited. They look great. Now, where's my daughter? Erica? Yeah? You want to come and see this? You want to be the first one to crack this open? Yeah. Watch out, it's hot. I don't know what it's like inside.
Which one?
So they're both yours, so give it a go. Oh, wow. Hey?
Ha, ha, that's hot.
Hey?
That's hot.
It's hot? So that's what it looks like on the inside. I bet it's good.
That tastes really good. Mm-hmm. That tastes very good. Wow. What do they dip with these?
Marinara sauce.
Oh my God, this is so good. Mm-hmm.
So did it... What do you think, guys? It has some give. But the idea is that they're still delicious to eat. Right, Erica?
They're so good.
Yeah? Well, come and get it.
Oh my God, very good.
Okay. Eh?
Very, very good.
Okay, watch that oil.
No. This is
Good? Okay, so what we're going to
Oh
do
my God.
is we're going to try something. Should we cut them smaller? What do you think, guys? I mean, she likes them the way they came out. I mean, you know, the taste is there. It has a little bit of stretch.
It tastes so good, though.
We need some extra water. Okay, so in it goes. I think we could do two at a time. Like I said, I'm still trying to perfect my mozzarella, so for now, we're doing it this way. And it's just a nice finger food, just to have something a little different besides having seitan. So yes, I mentioned on one of my posts that what I would like to do is, I was so excited that I reached the 1,000 mark that I wanted to start doing some giveaways. And I'm going to start off maybe, I just have to figure out how I'm going to do this. But I'd like to give some giveaways, maybe some black sea salt and maybe some spices. I know some people are having a hard time getting either the Caribbean spice. So maybe I can start off with like some small giveaways. There's also something that I would like to do with my daughter. I don't know if any of you know, but I'm a doll artist. And what I do is make ball jointed dolls. And but I picked up a small hobby with my daughter Erica, who is also known as Vegan Karma. And we started to make some beautiful rag dolls for children. And I'm going to show you a couple of pictures of them. I'm going to link you to where you can see them. And maybe I'd like to, and they're all environmentally, there's like nothing on them that's dangerous or have any animal products in them. And what I want to do is maybe also give one of those beautiful dolls away. So if any of you have children, they are perfect to give to your child. I know my granddaughters love their dolls, and they sleep with those rag dolls every day. So I might give one of those dolls away also. So I'm not sure when I'm going to do this. I'll just have to figure out how I'm going to do it, how I'm going to post the giveaway. And then I'll let you guys know in one of the videos, and we can start doing some of these nice giveaways for you all. Anyhow, so I really would like to do some giveaways for you guys. So we're going to do some where there's spices and not herbs, spices and maybe some pink salt. And I'd like to do one of those beautiful dolls, rag dolls. If you have kids, I think it'll be a nice little gift to give to one of your children. So it's going to be my pleasure. And it's just my way of saying thank you for subscribing to my videos. I just have to figure out how I'm going to do it. Maybe I'll put up a video and you guys can tag my video, and then I'll take the name of the people who tagged me. I think that's a good way of doing it. I'm going to take the name of the person who tagged me, and I'm going to write it down, put it in a hat, and then I'm just going to do a draw, and whoever name gets pulled out can get this gift. Maybe I'll do more than one name, especially if it's herbs, because that's not expensive to have delivered by mail. So maybe I can do more than one draw. And I think that's just a fun way to interact with all of you. And just to tell you, I really appreciate all of you and the comments. So it's going to be fun. But I will make a video to show you my beautiful art. Here we go. Last two, sorry. And then I'm going to fry these up. So I just want to say thank you for tuning in and watch me try making these mozzarella sticks. And if I make a better batch, there you go. And that's how simple it is, guys. Beautiful, delicious mozzarella sticks and a little bit of marinara sauce. So thank you. I'm glad you dropped by, and I hope I didn't disappoint, and I'll see you in my next video.